Bungie has outlined some of their improvements to the sandbox coming in Season 15, which includes a range of buffs to light subclasses. So one in particular is Middletree Void Warlock. It's getting a huge buff in PVE, which is going to see the subclass tree shoot up to the top choice of many Warlocks in Season 15. Well, today I'm going to check out a Voidwalker Warlock PVE build using Contraverse Hold and also the Attunement of Fission. Well, if you're new around here or find this useful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below for all the latest Destiny 2 content and turn on notifications by hitting that bell. Well, first of all, let's check out the changes outlined by Bungie in their update on the 5th of August 2021. So we've got Middletree Voidwalker. Through a mix of player feedback, data and ran through some high-level PvE content, we felt the Nova Warp Super needed some attention. So buffing Nova Warp is a dangerous endeavour though, and we're going to be monitoring and make sure we don't overdo it. In PvE, handheld Supernova was doing a pitiful amount of damage, so we have considerably increased its damage output, especially considering the time and proximity cost you're paying to charge it up to get within a range of an enemy. We've also increased the hold time after charging to give you more time to throw it before it vanishes. So with Nova Warp, we're getting increased damage versus PvE combatants by 73%. That is absolutely huge, and no longer slows movement speed whilst charging or charged, and now detonates on cast. And with handheld Supernova, you get an increased damage versus PvE combatants by 100%, and increased hold time from 2.5 seconds to 3.2 seconds. So just to recap there, so increased damage for PvE combatants for Nova Warp, that is 73%, and handheld Supernova, that is 100%. So this is going to be absolutely insane. And next up, let's have a look at that Warlock PvE build. So this is going to focus on the changes coming, combined with exotic armor, exotic weapons, and also some mods too. So do note, this probably isn't going to be that effective until the changes on the 24th of August 2021. But if you're watching this in the future, after that date, then I would get all the elements together for this build. You're going to be absolutely devastating in PvE as a Warlock. Well, first of all, looking at a subclass, we've got Attunement of Fission. So this is Middletree Voidwalker, and this is a widely underused subclass at the moment. But that is all going to change, as I said, on the 24th of August 2021. Well, let's look at these subclass abilities. So we've got Atomic Breach. This melee ability creates a void explosion. We've got handheld Supernova, so converts your grenade into a short-range void blast on release. We've got Dark Matter, so void ability kills grant health and melee, grenade and class ability energy. And finally Nova Warp, so step between dimensions to subvert the laws of physics, sprint to teleport a short distance, hold and release to unleash a deadly void eruption. So Nova Warp is getting that massive 73% increase in damage against PvE opponents, and also handheld Supernova is getting that 100% increase too. Well, let's check out some exotic armor that is going to complement this subclass. So we're going to go with Contraverse Hold, and these are exotic Warlock Gauntlets with the perk Chaotic Exchanger. So the description on this one: resist incoming damage while charging your void grenade with Chaos Accelerant, feed the void, or in our case, handheld Supernova. So charge void grenades return a random amount of grenade energy on a hit. We also have a mobility enhancement mod, and that increases mobility. So if you don't have Contraverse Hold, you can pick it up from Zur when he's selling it, or you can get it from a random world drop exotic engram. Well, next up, let's have a look at the weapons. So I'm using a void theme for the weapons, as this is going to work really well with our elemental mods and also the subclass, and I'll go through those mods a little bit later on. But in the kinetic slot, I'm using Outbreak Perfected. This is an exotic kinetic pulse rifle, still one of the best in the game, but you can swap out any weapon here really. So I really like Outbreak Perfected because it's so solid in many situations, and you can get this one from the exotic kiosk in the tower. Next up for the energy slot, I'm using the Dire Side, and this is a void shotgun, but also crucially, I've got a roll with Demolitionist as well. So you want to be getting your grenade back as much as possible. So where possible, if you've got Demolitionist on your weapons, it's really going to help you out. So you can get this one as a world drop weapon, and it's part of the world loot pool, plus Banshee 44 sometimes sells it. And finally, looking at the power weapons, I'm using Royal Entry. This is a power void rocket launcher. Once again, I've got a Demolitionist roll, so it helps us get our grenade back nice and quickly. So as a quick reminder, Demolitionist works great because of Chaotic Exchanger on our exotic armor. You know, not only does this help resist incoming damage, but it also returns a certain amount of grenade energy back each time. So basically, this means you're going to forever have your grenades up, plus that 100% buff to handheld Supernova. You know, this is going to be absolutely destructive. Well, finally, let's check out the mods. So first of all, I'm using Elemental Charge, so you become Charge of Light by picking up an Elemental Well. If the Elemental Well's element type matches your subclass element, as it does here, you gain 2 stacks of Charge with Light. I'm using Elemental Ordnance, so defeating a combatant with a grenade spawns an Elemental Well that matches the subclass energy type, so we're going to be getting loads of grenades through Demolitionist, and therefore we are going to be throwing loads of grenades, so that's going to spawn loads of Elemental Wells, helping us get our super back. Used in combination with the next mod, which is Font of Wisdom, so you pick up an Elemental Well that matches the subclass energy type, and it grants you a significant increase to your intellect, improving the recharge rate of your super. So basically, we want to get our Nova Warp as much as possible, and using our grenade abilities, that is really going to help us. And this gives you a plus 50 intellect boost for 30 seconds, so it's going to help you get your super back really quickly. So I'm also using Taking Charge, so you become Charged with Light by picking up Orbs of Power and High Energy Fire, so you deal more damage when charged with light. So it's definitely worth checking out the seasonal mods on the artifact next season. I'm hoping for some machine gun mods and maybe a pulse rifle mod too. So if you're watching this in the future, we'll know that information then, and I would swap out Taking Charge and maybe High Energy Fire for some artifact mods. Well, let me know down in the comments what you think of the buff to Middletree Voidwalkers, and will it be enough to get you to play this subclass? Also, if you've got any build improvements, let us know down there in the comments and share with the community. Well, that is it for this guide for a Contraverse Hold and Middletree Voidwalker Warlock PVE build in Destiny 2, and as always, thank you so much for watching. For more Destiny 2 content like this, hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to This Week in Video Games. If you want to join the community, check out the Discord link in the description, or you can follow me on Twitter at TWIVG Podcast. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, check out the other videos on the channel. Thanks again. I'll see you in the next video.
Saint, what's your status? Can anyone read me?